Now on GMA with your rights as a voter. More than 82 million Americans have cast their votes early. Millions more are heading to the polls today. Our chief legal analyst, Abrams, is here with what voters need to know. So tell us what they need to know as far as their rights.
All right, let's go through it quickly. First of all, your ballot is secret. Even the poll workers not entitled to know who you're voting for. If you're in line when the polls close, stay in line. You can still vote. If you make a mistake on a paper ballot, you can ask for a new one. And finally, if the machines are down, you can also ask for a paper ballot.
That is all important information, especially about being in line. If you're in line when it closes, you can just stay there.
Stay there and you're entitled to vote.
You talked about the poll workers. What if they tell you that you're not on the list of registered voters?
Ask for what's called a provisional ballot. Basically, after the election, they go back and they'll sort out whether you're right. If you're right, that vote will end up counting. A provisional ballot basically just says, here's your opportunity to vote. We'll check on it later.
And we're hearing more and more about poll watchers.
Yeah.
So what's the difference between a poll watcher and a poll worker?
Very different. A poll worker is someone who's working there to basically help people, right? Very often they're volunteers. Poll watchers tend to be partisans who are there to watch for one party or another. Depends on the state, by the way. In certain states, poll watchers can actually interact with voters. They can ask voters questions in certain states, but again, they certainly cannot, never ask you anything about who you're voting for.
Nor intimidate you.
Absolutely.
But what if you feel somebody, I'm not saying that the poll watchers are going to be doing that, but if you feel that somebody is intimidating you, what can you do?
Say something. Say something either to one of the officials at the polling area or potentially to law enforcement. There's going to be a lot of law enforcement there.
Well, we saw with Pierre's.
Exactly. And so if you feel like you're being intimidated, talk to someone.
All right. Thank you so much, Dan. People needed to hear this. And if you need to make your voting plan, you can scan the QR code on your screen to find out where your voting place is located, or you can go to vote.gov. And we will have full election night coverage starting at 7 p.m. Eastern tonight right here on ABC.